While NFL stars walked red carpets, Shedeur Sanders walked into a burned-down neighborhood and gave hope. No cameras, no ego, just heart. This is the quarterback the league wasn't ready for.
For weeks now after that deadly explosion at an apartment complex in Cleveland's Garden Valley neighborhood, the families impacted by this are getting some help from one of the newest members of the Cleveland Browns.
Well, the NFL world strutted across the ESPE's red carpet. Shedeur Sanders walked through the ashes of a burned-out Cleveland neighborhood instead of sipping cocktails with retired Hall of Famers or giving one-liners to entertainment reporters. Shedeur Sanders was walking through rubble, through the still-smoking scars of Rainbow Terrace, a Cleveland neighborhood gutted by a horrifying explosion. No cameras, no shout-outs, no PR stunt, just a young man standing shoulder to shoulder with families who had just lost everything. And while you'd think that kind of quiet strength would earn him universal respect, the haters came out fast. Why wasn't he at the ESPEs? They barked, "Isn't this performative? He's just a rookie 5th round, at that." As if skipping out on a glittery, self-congratulatory night to help a devastated, working-class community made him less of a football player. Let's get one thing straight. If a white quarterback picked in the 1st round did exactly what Shedeur did if he showed up unannounced in the middle of a shattered black neighborhood with no film crew, no entourage, just a football and a mission, he'd be on the cover of Time, Sports Illustrated, and every Nike ad in America. The NFL would make him the face of Inspire Change. But Shedeur Sanders? He got silence. He didn't just walk into Garden Valley. He walked through warnings. People told him, "Don't go down there. It's too dangerous. That's not your lane. Let someone else handle it." But Shedeur's response? Crystal clear. "God told me to come out here. So I'm never going to question his word." That's not PR talk. That's not a scripted line, that's conviction. And that's what makes Shedeur Sanders different. This wasn't a team-mandated community outreach appearance where a PR rep hands you a list of talking points and a staged photo op. This was personal. This was presence over performance. He promoted the event himself. No big press push. Just a message, "I'm pulling up. Be there," and they came. Oh, did they come? The kids, they didn't care about draft rankings or Instagram followers. They just saw Shedeur as someone willing to throw a spiral, race across the blacktop, and laugh when he got tagged. Over 1,000 residents showed up at the Garden Valley Fun Fest not because ESPN told them to care, but because Shedeur gave them a reason to smile. No podiums, no branding. Just music, games, food, and football, real football. The kind that heals, and he wasn't just signing autographs and bouncing after 20 minutes. He was dancing with grandmothers. He was throwing touchdowns to 7-year-olds. He was hugging kids with tears in their eyes and dreams too heavy to carry alone. Shedeur Sanders became one of them. For hours, he gave himself to the community, no strings attached. No press conference, no merch drop, just time. In a world where athletes love to say we're all family, Shedeur lived it, and yet the criticisms kept coming. Why isn't this on ESPN? People asked. And better yet, why were grown adults mad that he skipped a red carpet? Why were they more concerned about his absence at a party than his presence in pain? That says more about the NFL culture than it ever could about him. The league that spends millions marketing diversity and community commitment said absolutely nothing about the explosion in Rainbow Terrace. No tweets, no statements, no on-air tributes, nothing. But Shedeur showed up. And when he did, he didn't flex, he didn't lecture, he just listened. That's what leaders do, that's what quarterbacks do. That's what men do, and let's not forget, this isn't just any quarterback. This is the son of primetime, Deion Sanders' kid. He could have leaned into the legacy, into the brand, into the spotlight, but he chose a different path, one where humility comes before hype, where presence comes before press. And for that, he got labeled a distraction. Critics accused him of chasing attention by not going to the most attention-hungry night in sports. Think about that. The man turns down a national TV appearance to serve displaced families in Cleveland, and somehow that's about ego? It's absurd, it's hypocritical, and it's revealing. But Shedeur didn't flinch. When asked about the backlash, he didn't clap back, he didn't subtweet anyone. He said, "Sending money is easy, but you have to actually go out there and be in the flesh." That line hit harder than any Instagram caption ever could. He wasn't trying to trend, he was trying to connect. And that connection is something Cleveland hasn't felt from a quarterback in a long time. Let's be honest, Cleveland's had its share of quarterbacks. High draft picks, high hopes, and high drama, and yet none of them walked into the fire. The way Shedeur has literally and metaphorically, before his jersey ever went up for sale, he was in classrooms. Before he ever threw a preseason pass, he was comforting kids in a housing complex still wrapped in caution tape. And through it all, he stayed focused on what matters most: football and faith. As training camp looms, Shedeur isn't demanding first-team reps. He's not complaining about his fifth-round status. He's grinding, quietly, consistently, learning from veterans like Joe Flacco, absorbing the system, building trust. And that trust, it's earned. Not just in the film room, but in the neighborhood. When teammates saw Shedeur out there not in a highlight reel, but in the flesh, doing the kind of work no rookie has to do, they saw a different kind of leadership. Not performative, not preachy, just real, because in a league obsessed with flash, Shedeur is betting on substance. Others might chase stats. He's chasing something more dangerous to the status quo. Meaning. And if that's who he is now, before he's ever taken a real NFL snap, what do you think he'll be when the lights come on? Legacy isn't built on Sunday afternoons alone. It's built in silence, it's built in rubble. It's built when no one's clapping. And make no mistake, Shedeur Sanders is building something, not just a career, not just a highlight reel, a legacy. The city of Cleveland may not fully understand what they have yet, but they're about to. Because this kid, this fifth-round rookie quarterback who skipped the glitz for the grit, he's not here for a moment. He's here for a movement. He's not just playing for Cleveland. He's fighting with it. And when the history books look back, when highlight reels fade and fame gives way to time, the story that'll matter most won't be about the SBs he skipped. It'll be about the communities he didn't. This isn't about image. This is about identity. Shedeur Sanders is not chasing fame. He's rewriting what it means to be famous. Not loud, not flashy, not needy. Just present. Just working, just real. And if that bothers the league, if that confuses the media, if that frustrates the haters, good, let them talk. Because while they argue about headlines, Shedeur Sanders is making history. And when he finally steps under center in a Browns uniform, you better believe this city won't just be cheering for a quarterback. They'll be cheering for one of their own. Like and subscribe outro if you're tired of the same tired NFL narratives and you're ready to support a new kind of quarterback, one who leads with heart, not hype. Then hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because here at the Huddle HQ, we're riding with Shedeur Sanders all the way to greatness. See you tomorrow.